It's me. Hey, chat. Well, I'm a little bit laggy. It's your boy, know that I mentioned too. They're reacting to Parasocial's Ruin streaming. We are live on Twitch. My Twitch is in my link. If you want to see these, me react and do other stuff besides just doing that, just tune into the streams. Let's listen to this.
Many people that invested so much to the point to where you send threats to someone you don't even know.
Recently, streamer prom happened where a lot of people went out and got dates and had some fun at a
streamer
ball
prom?
that funny
Yo,
Mike
I
was
should be there
throwing.
next
But
time. I
one
should be there
problem
next
was
time.
definitely caused there, that being Jasonlaween with his date, where apparently there was an issue that happened that caused everybody to freak out over the situation.
And
it really caught my eye, and I found it pretty interesting just because this was all meant to be for content. It really shouldn't be taken that seriously. But it got to the point where people were out here sending threats to not only Jasonlaween, but also the person he had ended up going to that prom with. So I just wanted to break the situation down, but in order to do that, you know we have to start from the very beginning with who even is Jasonlaween and a streamer prom, in case you're unaware.
Wait, you low-key ate with that window? Oh my god!
Jasonlaween, for anybody who doesn't already know, is a very popular IRL streamer. He's a part of the group called FaZe Clan, where he makes a plethora of content, his main content being girl content, which is just flirting with the girls that he brings on stream. And in this particular instance, there was a streamer ball going on hosted by Funny Mike, where you could bring anybody you wanted. And he had actually asked out a bunch of people, and none of them said yes. But this girl right here, whose name is Sakura, actually...
I feel bad for Jason, bro. I need to know the amount of people who said no. Because that's actually sad, bro. Jason, I'm here for you. Bro, fly me out. Put me on your stream. I have amazing energy, chat. Just invite me, bro. Invite me. Yo, people on Twitch, this is going straight to YouTube. So, yeah. Chat. You can chat on stream to be a part of quote-unquote history in the making.
He ended up going with them to this prom. Unfortunately for them, they did not end up having a good time, purely because of one joke that Sakura made while Jasonlaween was away from the camera.
Guys, the J's for John.
Wait.
She said J's for
John. You look like family.
She said J's for John.
They look related, bro.
Did she say that? She said that?
What?
Look at me in the eye. Did she say that? She said James for John? Don't lie to me, bro. I'll break this whole camera.
What?
I didn't even pick it up.
What?
You said that?
No, I never said that.
Oh, so now you lying to him.
What? I never said that.
Bro, what is this?
Sakura, the person Jason was with, did end up saying J was for John, as she had J tatted on her nail, initially meant for Jason when they went out together while they were streaming. And obviously, Jason, when he came back, was gonna hear about this, looking at his chat with them spamming it, telling him about what she said. When confronted about it, she lied about the situation and just wrote it off as a joke, which everybody else thought it was. I mean, this
bro, this is why you can't trust women. This is why you can't, bro. Why you can't? Chat, you low-key can't. You cannot trust them. Oh. The world's most quiet chair fall I've actually seen all time. Y'all, did you? That was silent. Ugh. Was it silent? Stream, tell me. Stream, talk to me. That sounds stupid.
Relationship, if you can even call it that, was just meant for content and meant for this moment while he was streaming. That's what I at least feel most people would think when they see stuff like this. Unfortunately, this specific situation had a lot more people being parasocial than normal. If you don't know what parasocial means, it's just a one-sided emotional connection that you make with somebody you actually don't know. Like a public figure, a streamer, a celebrity, anybody in a higher status where they are showing off their lives, so you feel like you get a sense of who they are.
Ass. I hate them. Bro, right when the video is getting juicy, right when the steak starts tasting good, this happens. Why? Why do we need
There's
ads?
one
YouTube?
simple method. Everyone who feels
I
mentally
missed the
stuck
skip,
or
so we have
creatively
more
blocked
ads.
needs to know.
Higher status where they are showing off their lives so you feel like you get a sense of who they are when in reality you actually don't. So people were going out crazy, really upset about what she did, thinking that Jason would actually be affected. But I feel like what fueled the fire on this one more than anything is the fact that his friends in FaceLand were actually helping on that. As it was actively going down, K-Son, somebody else was streaming, watching everything that was going on Jason's stream and reacting out of control.
Chat, what was that reaction?
Why are they throwing a chair?
You're telling me that's not clip farming? 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 You're telling me he's not doing it for the clip? You're telling me he's not doing it for the clip? You're telling me he's not doing it for the clip? You're telling me that. You're lying to me. He's doing it for the clip. Bro, I was doing it for the clip too, so I can't be mad, bro. I can't be mad. I was doing it for the clip too. We need to get those clips in. We need to get those clips in on TikTok.
That's crazy.
I'm doing it for the clip too, so I can't hate.
Content. At the end of the day, this is content. Not only what K-Son is doing, but what Jasonlaween is doing with Sakura. It's not real. And people are putting their actual feelings into this, feeling like they have been betrayed, as if Jason is truly hurt, and that if these things are going on are going to affect anybody and everything. Because a bunch of clips were flying all over the timeline on Twitter, TikTok, all of that, getting thousands and thousands of views, comments, shares, everything. Just because of how hard people were playing into this. And I can't just sit here and be like, oh, K-Son's hyping it up. So the parasocials are looking at him and be like, oh my gosh, this is all real. Because K-Son is close to Jason. If he's reacting this way, then this all has to be for real. But it's also Jasonlaween himself. I mean, he was literally sad forming while doing all of these things. He was trying his best to make people feel like he was genuinely hurt by the situation.
I don't know, bro. It's like mixed feelings going through me right now. You know what I mean? Like it's green and then it's red as fuck. You know what I mean? Like my shot goes in and then it like completely fucking airballs horribly. You know what I mean? As in I get pat on my shoulder like 50 times and then she says that the J on her initial is for my cameraman. And then I asked her if she's joking and then she kept saying that she's not. But then like
this is actually sad.
And the reason stuff like this goes too far is because people get too deep in and invested in things like this when in all reality it's just content. I mean, they even had Kyrie Irving getting explained the lore between Jasonlaween and Sakura and how all of that stuff went down. So it seemed like a lot of people were pretend invested in the situation and really upset about what was going on. When in all reality, any normal person could look at this and just see that it is content. It's fake. It's really meant for people's entertainment. But when someone just doesn't see it like that and is genuinely upset about the situation, they go way too far to the point of sending all types of threats to not only Jasonlaween but also Sakura, to the point where Jason himself had to put out a tweet because people were acting so weird. When he posted in his Twitter account saying Sakura and I are fine. Please stop sending threats and harassment, especially towards her. Our
chat, people are going like too far.
Things can be misinterpreted. Today didn't go
people
as expected, but grateful for the support.
For the clip, for the stream, for
thank you. And later that day, also having to go live and explain the entire situation because people were getting too deep in on everything that was going on between them.
Obviously, after yesterday, all the fucking DMs she showed me a bit of her DMs, and I was like, damn, bro, this shit is disgusting. There's no way there's
for real.
That
cheating
many
is terrible.
That
cheating
invested so much to the point to where you send death threats to someone you don't even know. And I thought, I was like, you don't need to be in that environment.
Some people might see a situation like this and feel it's full of contradictions because while yes, parasocials were being very weird in the situation, Jasonlaween was farming them. As I showed before, people in FaZe were on the same timing being fake parasocial for entertainment, along with Jason literally acting sad so he could farm people that might be too deep in.
Bro, you need to clip farm. I know people
Watch
hate
the latest
it,
shows all in one place and get up to 6 accounts per household.
You need to clip farm. If you want to keep and talk, if you want to be guys and that,
There's no
you
TV
need
like
to clip
YouTube
farm.
TV.
It's
Terms apply,
necessary.
cancel anytime.
You need
be too deep in.
to
Obviously
clip
not to
farm.
the
You
extent that it
need-
went, but on purpose
need
trying to
to clip
form
farm.
them. But people still overstep boundaries even when you don't act like
So random
Jasonlaween
sound
and
came from
make
my
it a
TV.
main form of content or even farming the parasocials. We have someone like nd2 who just casually will do content with girls. This recently being extra Emily, and people will go out of their way to be very weird towards their relationship when it's just a friendship.
Hello, agent. Yo, I just talked to Emily, bro. Oh yeah, how'd that go? You go very good. Yo, me, that's you. That's you.
What do you mean?
That's your body.
No.
Yeah, I'm very mad.
We're friends. Stop spreading this propaganda, bro. We're friends.
Bro,
man.
everybody stop on the fence and shit, bro.
No, that's
You
not how that
Emily
shit go.
inside.
That's not. No.
Yo, this nigga.
Yo, I'm
One thing
lagging.
about agent, I'm gonna go ahead and motherfucking say it. He love them streamer bitches.
I'm lagging.
Motherfucking say it. Agent, you think you slick, my nigga?
Nah, I saw a clip of Emily trying to drive a car and then Agent being like, get out, and then she was like really trying to drive, and I'm not gonna lie, I was giggling and kicking my feet watching that shit. I
We're
can't
back.
I can't stop, bro. It's just content. It's all just content. But it's cute as fuck. I need to
We're
stop.
just
I need to stop.
friends.
I'm literally
We're just
becoming
friends.
parasocial with my own friends. Oh, they switched me.
You see this? You see what I'm dealing with, bro?
Agent is someone who I would say does not feed into the parasocial nature. Most of the time when he's doing content with any girl, and specifically Emily in this situation, it's normal, friendly content. They
Yeah.
went jet skiing, they
They're
went out to
friends.
eat. It's stuff that you could quite literally
They're
do with
friends,
a friend. Yet
chat.
people will do things
They
like
act
this
like they're
and
not
be
friends,
very
though.
parasocial. And it's the exact same.
They act like they're not friends though. They say they're friends, but they act like they're not. Like, y'all see what I'm saying, bro? Y'all see it? I can't, bro. I'm so cringy.
Reaction. Even though Agent and Emily might not be feeding into it, people will still act the same around them. With other content creators they call friends, doing things like this, basically promoting it and having people believe the same things that you would with Jasonlaween and his date. And it's still detrimental to them because it's going to cause them to not want to do content together. Specifically Agent, who has already spoken out on the fact that he does not like parasocials, and he doesn't even like doing content with girls sometimes because of how people act and how parasocial people can get when he does.
It's so, yeah, bro. I could make videos, bro. I could sit here and game with hella niggas, bro. Will not say that. But if I even game with a woman, bro,
That looks like
immediately
an old
it's like,
clip.
oh, use this, use that. Fuck out of here, bro.
Some people might be sitting here and being like, how is this detrimental to streaming? Well, outside of the literal threats you saw the other people get, like Jason and Sakura, you will cause people to not want to stream together even though they make good content, actually want to hang out. Like with Agent. Agent used to get shipped a lot with another streamer named Senna, and all of a sudden they stopped doing content less and less purely because of that. Obviously, that's not the only reason, but that is one of them. And now, with this extra Emily situation, it seems like the exact same thing might happen. With this cameraman and Marcus King going on stream and talking about how Agent might not stream with extra Emily as much anymore, really because of how outrageous people are getting with shipping them together.
I feel like niggas are starting to really like them together, and this is usually
When did it have a streamer
when it
CNN?
hits its peak like this.
Am I
I'm gonna
missing
be honest with
something?
y'all,
When did it have a
I
streamer
have
CNN?
not talked to Asian about this. I have not spoke to Asian about this. I'm just saying, realistically, this is usually
When
what
did
he's
they
like.
have a streamer CNN?
Because he don't.
I do
don't
not.
want his whole.
I should have
chat,
known that. They
his
should
whole
have.
comment section.
They should have been the
all
first
about
people to notify
somebody.
me,
You
Jack.
know what I'm saying? So I feel like niggas are gonna go so crazy that like that content that just might just stop for real.
That's crazy to the point people can be so parasocial, it makes you want to stop doing content with somebody. Outside of the views, outside of the money, just having fun on stream with another person you have chemistry with, stopping that purely because people are being weird about your relationship, when in actuality, you guys are just friends trying to make content together, it's kind of upsetting because the content is normally really good, especially when it's Agent. He goes above and beyond with the stuff that he does, and even when he's doing with extra Emily, Senna, whoever he does do really good content, and it turns out that a lot of people truly do love it, and to have that all all just end purely because some people want to be weird and it's calm actually sucks. But that's just a detrimental part of having parasocial fans, which I honestly don't think you can escape no matter what type of content you do. You saw with Jasonlaween, who more leans into...
Hey, chat. Well, viewers, that was Parasocial's Ruined Streaming by Novelty. Peace, love, and hugs, YouTube, for the stream. We gonna continue.